Hi everyone, so I have a message that I need to share. It is regarding a dream that I had a few weeks ago. It's actually a dream that I've had before, and then I had the same dream again. And it's regarding the status that, or what's the word? The state, I guess, the state that the world is in at the moment. There's a lot of fear and uncertainty and a lot of information going out, and it's a very uncertain time for most people in the world. And I feel like it's a very fearful time for a lot of people, especially those that are actually a little bit informed about what's going on in the world, and a little bit informed about what's going on behind the scenes. If you have a bit of insight, and if you have the ability to practice some critical thinking, you would know that the world is in a very fragile state. So just to quickly jump into the dream, I had a dream that I was in an elevator, and the elevator was going down, and everything was fine until all of a sudden it felt like the elevator was falling. So it went down at a steady pace, and then it just felt like it was going down rapidly. Like it felt like the elevator was leaving, my feet was leaving the elevator as if it was falling, and I was falling a bit slower. So it was a very frightening and actually terrifying feeling. And the first time I had this dream, I actually woke up without any catharsis. I didn't know if the elevator crashed or what happened. But yeah, I woke up before I knew what was going to happen. And then when I had the dream again, as the elevator started falling, or it felt like it was falling, I remember thinking, is it actually falling, or is it just moving down fast? Because some elevators do move quite fast and you can feel it. It feels a bit like falling, but it's part of it. It's safe. So that's just the way it was designed, to move fast. So in the dream, I had no idea whether it was actually falling, if the cable broke and we were falling, or if it was just going really fast and we were still safe. And then I started to panic, and everyone around me was just oblivious. But me being having a bit of a technical background, I was like, this doesn't feel right. It feels like we're falling. And I remember feeling that same feeling of dread and panic. And then as this was happening, I remember just thinking about what's the best thing to do if this was actually an emergency, if it was actually falling. And I realized there's literally nothing I can do, because I'm basically trapped in a steel box, and there's no way for me to do anything. And then I remember just thinking about, well, the only thing I can do is pray and give the situation to God, even though there's only a few seconds probably. I remember praying and telling God that I'm giving this into your hands. Keep us safe. And if not, it's okay. Let your will be done. And the moment I did that, I remember feeling a peace, like a shalom, an inner peace that the Bible speaks of, a peace that is beyond, what does it say? It's a peace that surpasses all understanding. So it doesn't make sense to feel that peace, because, yeah, we're probably going to die. But I remember feeling that peace. And then I woke up before I could figure out what was actually happening, whether it was crashing or it was just a normal descent. And then after waking up, I remember thinking about the dream and wondering what it was about, and I think I maybe just started praying about it, asking God what if there was maybe something I needed to learn or know. And then the thought came to me that the elevator is the situation that the world is in. So there's a lot of talk of global famine. If you haven't heard about that, then you should definitely, well, I don't want to say you should look it up, but it's a reality. Jordan Peterson has spoken about it. Many thinkers, people who actually know something about the world, have been speaking about it for many years, and it's becoming a reality with the oil price, the wars and everything that's going on. So something basic that we all can agree on is that the oil price has an effect on every economy in the world, and if the oil goes up, everything goes up, and there is a chain reaction that could cause global famine and scarcity and a lot of trouble for basically every country in the world. So once I started learning about this situation and thinking about the world price and everything that's going on, I started to become kind of fearful, although I've learned to trust God for all my needs and the needs of my family in the past couple of years as I've grown in my faith and in my trust in God. But yeah, this situation, it was kind of rattling me, and I was thinking, like, how do I need to prepare for this? I have no clue, man. I was thinking about going down the whole prepping rabbit hole, all of that stuff. And then, I just got to a point where I was I didn't know what to do. And that's basically during that time that I had this dream. And I realized that no matter what happens, no matter how good we prep or prepare or try to prepare, or what we do or what we do not do, God is still in control. He still loves us. We are His children. We love Him, and He lets everything work together for the good of those who love Him, as we learn in Romans 8. So it was just basically a wake-up call for me to realize that there's nothing I can do to really prepare for what's coming. It's going to be out of human control to be able to prepare or to stand against the coming trouble. So that's basically just the message that I want to share. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling scared about what's going on in the world, I just want to give you this message of comfort. And what I actually just want to have you realize is that if you are within God's will, He will provide. He will protect you. If you are not, then you will have problems. You will have trouble, much bigger problems than you can handle. So yeah, that's the reality of it. So yeah, that's the message. If you are right with God, you know you're going to be good. You're going to be fine. You have nothing to fear. You just trust in Him. He will provide. If not, I suggest you turn to Him. Start seeking Him. Start by reading the Bible. That's the only advice I have for you, and I mean, it's the best thing you can do. There's nothing better that you can do right now other than studying the Bible. That's the only thing. So if you don't know where to start with John. Read John 14 and the rest of John. That's the 4th book in the New Testament. And yeah, the only thing that is required is a humble heart and a sincere heart. So your attitude is everything. If you're gonna seek God, you have to do it with a humble heart and a sincere heart. In other words, you cannot seek Him just based on trying to get something, or basically you need to seek God sincerely and just be honest with Him. So yeah, that's the message. I hope this means something to someone. I'm sure it will. I was very reluctant to bring this message, but I just felt convicted, and yeah, so there you go. Be blessed.